All right, you may recall Halley's Casino. Well, guess what? Marine, which is Halley's Casino Part 2. The author that wrote these two incredible books joins us right now. His name is Mark Fahey. Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings. Nice to see you. How about we do a giveaway right at the top of this segment? Because
sure.
You're willing to give away these two books.
I am.
Which is beautiful. So if you'd like these two incredible books, you see the address on the screen, write to us. If you're watching the repeats, you're still into the draw, okay? daytimeauto@rogers.com, and good luck. And thank you, Mark, for donating these books.
You're quite welcome.
Okay, so you're from the Elmer area?
Originally? I am, yes.
Okay. How many years have you been an author at this point?
Well, I feel like I've been an author all my life, but the first book was out 2 years ago.
Okay.
And the second book, it's the first year anniversary yesterday.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that.
Well, thank you.
So can we go back then to the first book before we talk about the sequel? Halley's Casino, what is this all about?
Well, if you're familiar with Halley's Comet, what if you found out that it wasn't actually a comet, but an intergalactic casino?
It would blow my mind. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well, and it's, what more can I say about it? It's very Star Trekian, you know, very rock and roll, Doctor Who, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So a lot of rock and roll references in it. So if you read it and you're into rock and roll, you'll pick those up very easily.
So you actually have a couple of timely rock and roll references that you wanted to mention.
Well, it's kind of sad as well. Tom Petty is a character in my books. Well, not exactly Tom Petty, but I spelt his name backwards.
Okay.
So he's a minor character in it in the books. And also the Tragically Hip, that I named a spaceship after the hip called the Trag Hip.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, because they're really rock and roll books, you know, so I try to use a lot of musicians and that I'm familiar with and that I like, and I incorporated them into the story.
Okay. So Halley's Casino is a trilogy.
It is, yes.
So that means part 3 is coming out, but we'll talk about that in moments. When you wrote the first one, the original one, did you know it was going to be a trilogy at that point?
I didn't.
No?
No, I didn't. But then these ideas just popped in my mind, and it's like, okay, I think I have more to tell here.
You had more stories, more creativity to come out.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we also talk, well, first of all, before we get to the celebrity of you, because you've met a couple of pretty cool names, part 2, so how far off base is it from part 1? I mean, how much different? We're introducing new characters, new stories? There's
new characters. It's probably a much more humorous book than the first, though the first is humorous. You'd have to read the first book to get perhaps the second book.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it does continue on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So is the case with most trilogies, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, on its own, it could have been just a standalone book, but I created another idea that went further.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So let's start with Prime Minister Trudeau. You had a run-in with him.
Well, yeah, I was fortunate enough to get a copy of Halley's Casino to him 2 years ago. And he wrote me a letter, and he thanked me for the gift, and that was really cool. I wish I had brought the letter with me.
Yeah,
I couldn't find it.
Oh, you couldn't find it?
No, but it's at home somewhere, because I want to put it in a frame, because that was really, really nice of him. Because he is a sci-fi, he loves reading sci-fi, right? So,
that's good.
Yeah.
So not to be outdone, speaking of rock and roll, you met up with a rock and roll legend as well. Tell us about this.
Yeah, last November when Roger Hodgson of Supertramp fame was in town, he invited me backstage.
Neat.
And I was able to give him both books. And if you go on my website, you'll see him and I in a picture, and he's holding my books.
How did you manage to get to that invite?
I'm very tenacious.
No, persistent.
Yes, yes.
But that's good, though.
Yeah.
That's really something. I mean, and sometimes you just got to ask, right?
Yeah, well, that's it.
To make
if you don't
happen.
ask, you'll never know.
You have a book signing event coming up as well. So tell us
about this.
I do.
On November 4th at Perfect Books on Elgin Street.
Okay.
It's a Saturday from 11 to 5, I believe.
Okay.
So come on down.
So the new book is out, though? The part 2 is out? I mean, you could find that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And where would be the best place to find your second book, the sequel?
Well, it's at Perfect Books. You can find it there at the Odds and Sods shop on Merrillville Road.
Merrillville, yeah, of course.
You can get it online, Amazon, Chapters, anywhere.
Yeah.
You can go actually into any bookstore. If they don't have the book, they can order it for you.
Yeah.
And even Walmart in the U.S. is carrying the book online, which is really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. That's big time.
Yeah.
Okay, so not to give away anything, but you are working on. So are you working on part 3, or is it already done at this
No,
point?
I'm halfway through.
Halfway through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is exciting to have you on the couch to talk about that, because the ideas haven't come out yet. Like, they're still living inside of you. So is it going to be pretty far off from the first 2? Should we
No,
expect some surprises?
because the thing about a trilogy is I have to wrap up everything from the first book that may have had an unanswered question in the second one.
Okay.
So once you read the third, it's going to blow your mind.
You don't kill Han Solo in this one, do you?
No,
Okay,
no.
that's not a spoiler for any other movie or anything
no.
like that. Exciting stuff, though, and congratulations on all this success. And yeah, you look like you had something to say there.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that my first book, I had entered it in a worldwide competition.
Yes, of course.
At worldsbeststory.com. It came in 3rd place, and I'm the top Canadian in the top 3 as well.
That's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, it's excellent. Yeah.
And that's recent, too. That was just about a month back or so?
Yes, it was live streamed on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It was very cool.
Amazing. Give us your website one more time.
markjgfahey.com.
Wow.
It's pretty easy.
That is easy, and that's the good place to go to get more details on Maureen and Halley's Casino 2.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about that book signing event coming up on November 4th.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mark, for being here.
Thank you.
Check it out. Very cool books. Coming up, details on the Civics Talks Barhaven event next.